One of the captures we got was so good in its phrase. I can only liken it to, could you imagine a car scrapyard with all these different parts inside, and somehow a gust of wind comes through and blows all the pieces together to formulate a car. Sounds pretty impossible, doesn't it? Well, that's what happened with some of our audio. Okay, so we are back at the desk today to test the updates to the SP7 Spirit Box app. This is our ITC device that we use on location to try and gain some evidence, some research into the area of instrumental trance communication. We build the sound banks in there to ensure that there is no embedded words, to remove confirmation bias and pareidolia and all these buzzwords as well, so that we could just focus on what we need to do and looking to see if we can gain anything. Can spirit talk via these devices? There's a debate out there about that. Can they do it? And I think we have enough evidence for ourselves to conclude that something is going on. If you've been watching our content for a long time, you will see some of the amazing results we've got and the amount of time and dedication we've put in, not just claiming something works or it doesn't work without actually using it, but actually moving forward and trying our best with the tools that we have. Okay, so we move into the app view so that we could show you what's going on here. You'll notice that we have a nice new responsive design here. But what I want to show you is on this iPad here is a new setup. Now, the settings are in place there, as you can see. Just as I opened the app, we come back into this. What we have done is, some people like to save their settings. They may have a really good setting and then they can't remember. They've got to take a photograph or to look at it the next time, or they can't remember how they had it. When you open your session up, you will now have it configured to your last known session. You'll also notice we have a record function here, and we also have saved files here where you can come in and go back and look at your files, which is amazing. This is what people wanted. You could tap the buttons just to get them going. Push your record button. Turn them off. If you go in here, you can see your last session is there. You can click into that session. You can play it. You can skip back or forward, but also you could share your sessions as well. The big question is, does it work? You know, what have we picked out through our analysis? Because we analyze everything through Adobe Edition and see what we've got, and we've taken our time to go and listen back to what we've got and talk about being blown away. It is just unbelievable what we've got from it. Okay, so this is the test of the updated app. What's your name? What's your name? So I released an article to explain what happened here, and it was in regards to the mysterious capture and historic echoes of Holywood Abbey, a place I was planning to go, and did go, after 2 other abbeys in a local area. And this is what this article here is talking about. And this...
When I texted this today, it referenced Hollywood to me on it in part of a sentence, and I will share that and let you hear it. It was mind-blowing. So,
took the badge from Hollywood. So yeah, so what? You're going to Hollywood, you took the badge from Hollywood. Now, number one, anybody who knows how these work and how we configure these to do our ITC random sound generation, you cannot get took the badge from Hollywood to come through. It's bit sounds of 150 to 300 milliseconds. That in itself is not possible. The Hollywood connection, the phrase found, there was a discovery that's in Dumfries Museum regards to an actual pilgrim badge. Yes, that's what it's called, a pilgrim badge from the 5th century. And it was found in a Hollywood Abbey, a field, near Hollywood Abbey. The badge would have been picked up at Whithorn, which is some miles away, not too far away from Hollywood. And it was a famous historical pilgrimage route, and people would get these badges and take them back, you know, just like a souvenir, if you like. And took the badge from Hollywood. This badge was taken from Hollywood, and it's in the museum, and none of us knew anything about this. Then one of the captures we got was so good in its phrase, I can only liken it to, could you imagine a car scrapyard with all these different parts inside, and somehow a gust of wind comes through and blows all the pieces together to formulate a car. Sounds pretty impossible, doesn't it? Well, that's what happened with some of our audio.